let's start building our Canvas app. This is episode 4 of a multi-part series comparing model-driven and Canvas apps, right? 1 for 1. And so in the first 3 videos so far, we kind of laid the foundation. And number 2, we built the Dataverse tables that we're going to use for both apps. In episode 3, we built the whole model-driven app in 1 episode. I know, crazy. And so here in episode 4, what we're going to do is we're going to start building the foundation of a Canvas app. So we'll switch over to my desktop and take a look. We're building everything inside of a solution. And so we've previously built that one here. So you can see this. We'll go ahead and open up our solution here. And now we're going to go up here to new app and we're going to go to Canvas app. For the app name, we'll call this video vendor Canvas app, just so I don't get confused later. And then we're going to say create. Now remember, always first thing you do after you create a new app is you hit save up here, because once you do this, auto save will run every 2 minutes. But if you don't do the first save, no auto save. So let's not lose any of our work. Okay, so it's ready now. And so all we want to do in this video is kind of get the foundational stuff, right? So we're going to get a little bit of design going, get a header going, get our screen set up. Now, one of the things I've been doing with my Canvas apps lately to make them look a little bit nicer is I've been using Canva. All right, so we'll switch over here to Canva real quick. And then I'm going to create a design. I'm going to choose a YouTube thumbnail. And the reason I do that is it gives me the right dimensions. It doesn't have to be a YouTube thumbnail. And then I go to elements. And then what am I searching for? And so today I wanted to search for vendor, right? This is going to show you a bunch of stuff. And if you click on photos here, you're going to see a lot of different photos. This is a way just to make your app look a little bit nicer without a lot of design work. And so in my case, I'm going to grab this image, right? It's what I grabbed last time. And then we'll kind of stretch it around until it fits well, something like that. There you go. And so then now that it fits well, I'm also going to lighten it, right? It's too vibrant. So if I go here to the transparency, I can just kind of turn it down, and this kind of gives that effect of graying it out. Cool, right? So we've got a background here. I don't think I pulled that all the way over. There we go. So then if you remember in the example app, right, I probably just put a picture of that on the screen. I then kind of just went in here and I, grabbed some text and I said vendor and product management, something like that. And then I just kind of took it and I'm like, all right, that's not big enough for me. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. That looks bigger. And then I just drug it up here. Whoop. Okay. Looking good. So then the next thing I wanted was I wanted a place to have my images, right? So I'm gonna grab a shape and I'm going to change this shape from that terrible gray to white. I say terrible gray, my whole thing's kind of that. And now I'm going to grab this, if I can get it to let me, and I'm going to drag it down here. Okay, so there we go. And then now what we want to do is under elements, once again, we're going to search for product. And then now we're going to look under graphics, and I'm just looking for something that feels producty to me. So we'll go with this cute little, I like the star thing. All right, we'll pull this over here. We'll shrink it down. Kind of throw that in there. That looks good. We're going to search for vendor again, but this time under graphics. And so this little cute little hut, and we'll use this one. That looks a little more practical, right? And we'll kind of shrink it, pull it down here, and then I'll shrink it some more so they're the same size. There you go. Now, I could spend a bunch of time fiddling, make those the right size. I'm not going to, but actually now that I've got them both about the same size, I'm going to use Shift to capture both of them and shrink them a little. And then pull them over and up. Because the other thing I wanted to do here was throw in a little bit of text. And so for this one, we're going to say vendor. We'll pull that and center that under there. And then we will copy that, paste that. Click copy, paste, throw this under here, and we'll change this to products. All right, so I should probably say vendors, huh? Okay, so the very quick work, I did a home screen. It's not beautiful, but it gives you an idea, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this out. I'm going to do a download, and as a PNG, perfect. So this will download it for me. All right, download complete. And so now if we go back over to Power Apps, I'm going to say, hey, background image, add an image file. There it is. Ta-da! Okay, now you're like, well, Shane, it looks interactable, and it's not though. You're right. So what I'm gonna need to do now is I need to make it so it would be interactable. Interactable, is that a word? I don't even know. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a rectangle, and I'm gonna kind of stretch this over vendors, something like so. And then I'm gonna change its fill. Remember that's, how that ugly blue right now. And we're gonna change it to transparent. So now it's clear. Then we're going to set its hover fill, not to be self.fill. We don't want that to be transparent. We want that to be something like RGBA 169, 169, 169, which is gray. And then we're going to do a comma 0.25, which is a 0.25 transparency. So we hit play. Now look what happens when you hover. It gets that gray effect. Now it feels like a clickable button. If I click on it, it goes away. When I let go of the mouse, it goes gray again, right? This is going to give you that effect. And you might want to tinker a little bit, like 0.25 might be too much. I think 0.15 might be a little more what I want. Let's see if that looks better. There you go, right? But you can kind of mess with that. You could use a different color if you want to use that green. That might look really nice. We're not going to try that, but you could get some different, effects to make that clickable. But now that we're happy with it, we'll paste that, and we will put it over one of our products as well, right? So now we've got two rectangles that make those clickable. They need to go somewhere, right? So we're going to rename this screen first. We'll call this welcome. We're going to add a new screen here, blank. This one we're going to call products. And then another new screen, blank. And we're going to call this vendors. Easy enough, right? Go over here. So now on the rectangle, right? It's the only thing you can click on. It's not a hard thing to guess, right? We'd say on select, and then we'd say, all right, you're the vendors. So we would navigate to vendors like so. And so then that should do that. And if we go to this one and say, hey, you're on select, is going to be what? Navigate to products. And now if we click on vendors, whoosh, we're on the vendor screen. There you go. So a nice functional homepage with a little bit of work. Not bad. Now for these pages, we're not going to do the whole Canva treatment, right? Like we don't want our app to be too busy. We just want the home screen to be pretty. So what we're going to do here now is we just want to have some type of common header. And so for that, I've built one of those before, and I'll put a link to the video up there. But what we're going to do is we're going to say insert, get more components. And so I built it as a component, and it's in my component library called Real Library. Right? And in here, you're going to see responsive header. We'll say import. This makes, right, so this goes to that component library, gets that pre-built header that I built many years ago at this point, makes it available. And so then now over here on the insert menu under library components, we have our responsive header. Woohoo, there's vendors. And so then if we go over to products, we would just do the same thing. We'd say insert, responsive header, products. And the reason it's saying vendors and products automatically, if you're wondering, is I've configured the component to default to the screen name, right? So once again, that was in the video, but that is all set. And then as well, if we wanted to change, if we look here, one of the component properties is a destination screen. So where does this back arrow take you? So we want this to take you to the welcome screen. And so we'd go to this one, we'd change its destination as well and change it to welcome also. So now if we click here, right, it takes us here. If we click on products, we go here, vendors, boom. So we've made a completely navigable app. Navigable, I think I got that right. And we've kind of set the foundation. So there you go. So that's all we're going to cover this video, right? Was we wanted to get this app with a little bit of flair, a little home screen design, and we got it set up to do the navigation. And then of course we have the headers. So in the next video, we're going to start building this thing out by introducing our data sources and some galleries. So if you want to jump to that video, the link should be up there. Or if the link's not there, remember it's because the video hasn't been published yet. It'll be published tomorrow. And in that case, you just need to hit subscribe so you get notified. And with that, I'm going to say thanks and have a great day.